Today we are going to talk about top 5 most frequently asked GST to SST questions. Let's go. Hey guys, Song here. After September 1st, 2018, there are two main people in the market. The first people is the one with the huge happy face, the one with has GST in the past but no longer applicable after 1st September, and they are not hit under SST. The second type of people is the one very confused because now SST is applicable and you don't know whether you are hit under SST or not. And there's actually another third type of people, which maybe you are one of them, still very blur, ex-smart, but still very blur. But today we are not going to talk about the type 3 person, we only talk about type 1 and type 2. Number 5. What is the new tax invoice format? Now, assuming you are a SST non-registered person, then what you need to do, you have to amend your GST invoice. You have to remove the GST ID, you have to remove the tax codes, you have to remove all these GST amounts, summary, and most importantly is the word tax. If you are a SST registered person, then you have to be careful because now the GST ID have to change to STID, means your service tax ID or your sales tax ID. You have to include the invoice word, no longer called tax invoice, but just invoice. You have to put in the tax amount and also the tax rates. Can I continue use tax invoices instead of invoice, especially those already pre-printed in the past? You like low. Suggest, of course, you remove the tax invoice word, your GST ID and GST just to avoid any unnecessary confusion. If you are SST registered person, then you have to take note. Now, tax invoice or invoice, to me, I would say is the same. Tax invoice is also a form of invoice. That is why in the customs website, they mention issuing tax invoice instead of invoice. So to me and to them, I think it's the same. And also, how about the pre-printed invoice? Now look at the general guide, sales tax general guide dated 25th of August. They say a registered manufacturer may continue to use these invoices which already pre-printed during GST era. And these invoices can be used until end of November, or those invoices are disposed of, whichever earlier. So you can still continue use these invoices until November. There's no issue about it. But of course, again, try to avoid unnecessary confusion. Just use the word invoice. These are all the details in the SST regulation, which you can check it out later on. Number 4. Do I need to change my price tags? Assuming if I am in F&B, food and beverage, should I change my price tags? If you are non-SST registered, you like law because now the prices is without tax anyway. But if you are under SST registered person, let's say you are F&B or you are hotel, then you have to take note. Under the accommodation guide dated 25th of August, but sorry to say at this moment it has been temporarily removed, the FAQ 24 say if this price display at a hotel for accommodation or food and beverage, you can use inclusive or exclusive, it doesn't matter. Number 3. Assuming I'm a manufacturer, I have to define what is my taxable goods and how much is the threshold and how much is the amount. So I based on the calculation of taxable goods, I realized it's 600,000. Then I look at the exempted goods, it's 350,000. Now the 600,000 will have to register, will have to charge sales tax. But for the exempted one, will not subject to sales tax. Same thing goes to engineering services because I haven't hit the threshold, so this too is not subject to any sales tax or any service tax. Does that mean in future I can't do simple entry like this anymore? Can I debit customer credit sales, especially those within GST era? I would say you have to fix your chart of account. Moving forward, you have to check your sales which are taxable, which are exempted, and which are engineering services. You have to split it out in the chart of account. Number 2. I automatically registered and I have applied for deregistration. I have yet to receive any response. Should I charge SST commencing tomorrow, September 1st? Now the custom came out with a new announcement, which is today, 31st of August, this morning. So it mentioned if all the auto-registered SST which have already cancelled their registration via this email, which you already sent to this email, then you please take note. The keyword is those that auto-registered SST. If you manually registered, then you will try to cancel, then you will have some problem. These are not eligible for you. So please take note that your cancellation will be approved automatically effective 31st August. Means today they will automatically approve. There's no need to charge tax as of 1st September 2018. But they say due to the high volume of email, they will have some delay. This is why this email came out and say, one of my client, the box is full, so you cannot access. Now those that cannot access this email, I will say, sorry to say, you have to charge service tax or sales tax commencing September 1st until you get any further notice or any email from the customs. Number 1. I am auto-registered under sales tax, but I am supposed to register under service tax instead. Should I charge sales tax commencing tomorrow, September 1st? And when should I register for service tax? If you are talking about sales tax, let's say they wrongly registered you under sales tax because of your MSIC code, it doesn't matter because you don't supply any taxable goods anyway. So sales tax, you don't have to charge. There's no taxable goods going on. But for service tax, you have to register. The law says by 30th of September, you get yourself registered. If you like this video, please share it, give us a thumbs up. I will see you in the next one. This is Song, signing off.